Imagine it's April 22nd, 1453. You are a defender of Constantinople, the most fortified city in the world. You look out over the Golden Horn, a massive bay protected by an unbreakable iron chain. No enemy ship can get in. You feel safe. But as the sun rises, your heart stops. In the middle of your harbor, behind your invincible chain, sits an entire enemy fleet. Did they drop from the sky? Did they sail through the earth? No. In a single night, a 21-year-old sultan did the physically impossible. He moved his warships not through the water, but over the mountains. This is the story of Fatih Sultan Mehmed and the most daring military maneuver in history. Constantinople was the jewel of the world, but for the Ottomans, it was the ultimate challenge. Sultan Mehmed II, known as the Conqueror, Fatih, had been besieging the city for weeks. He had the super guns, monstrous bronze cannons that fired stone balls weighing over 500 kilograms. But there was a catch. The legendary land walls were holding. Mehmed knew he had to attack the city from two sides to stretch the defenders thin. But the Golden Horn, the city's soft underbelly, was blocked by a massive iron chain stretching from Galata to the city walls. Any Ottoman ship that touched it was sunk by Byzantine fire. The siege was stalling. The generals were whispering, "Is the Sultan too young? Is this a lost cause?" This is where Mehmed separated legend from reality. He refused to retreat. Instead, he came up with a plan so insane it sounded like a fairy tale. He decided, if we can't go through the gate, we'll take the shortcut over the mountain. The logistics. The route went from the Bosphorus, near Topane, up the steep hills of Pera, and down into the Golden Horn. We're talking about a distance of 3 to 5 kilometers, about 2 to 3 miles, over rugged, forested terrain. How did they pull it off? Pioneer engineering. Thousands of workers leveled the ground in record time. The track. They laid down heavy wooden planks like a railway system. The secret ingredient. To make it work, they used massive amounts of animal fat and oil to grease the wood until it was slicker than ice. Pure power. Using teams of oxen and hundreds of soldiers with pulleys and winches, they began dragging ton-heavy galleys up the slope. Here's the craziest part. To keep morale high and confuse the enemy, Mehmed ordered the ships to unfurl their sails and the rowers to row in the air as they moved through the forest. Drums were beating, janissaries were chanting. It was master-level psychological warfare. In just one night, roughly 70 ships were transported over the hills. While the Byzantines slept, thinking the chain was their shield, the Ottoman fleet was sliding silently back into the water on the other side of the mountain. When the Byzantines saw the fleet in their harbor the next morning, the morale of the city shattered. The impossible had happened. The defenders were forced to pull soldiers away from the main walls to guard the harbor walls. They were spread too thin. On May 29, 1453, the final assault began. The walls crumbled. The last Byzantine emperor fell in battle, and Mehmed rode into the Hagia Sophia as Fatih. The Middle Ages ended that day, and a new era of history began. Was it a miracle? No. It was a mix of absolute willpower, brilliant engineering, and the courage to break the rules of war. Mehmed II proved that obstacles are only as big as you allow them to be in your mind. What do you think? Was this mountain maneuver the real reason for the victory, or just a genius psychological trick? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, hit that subscribe button. Until next time.